Hello, and welcome to Shane's Microscope. I'm Shane, and this is my microscope. Let's take a peek. Today's sample comes to us from my right ear. I wanted to have a look at some of my earwax, so I smeared a little bit of it onto a glass slide. I was a little bit surprised by how reluctant it was to stick, but I got some on there, and the cover slip was equally reluctant to stick. It wanted to come flying off, but also managed to get that into place and ready for a look. Earwax, or cerumen from the Latin cera, simply meaning wax, is a excretion of the inner ear that's basically intended to entrap any dead cells that are in there or foreign particulates that get into your ear and just slowly move them out of the ear to keep it functioning. Being of primarily European descent, it should surprise nobody that I have the wet type earwax as opposed to the recessive dry type earwax. And here, looking at my earwax, we can see that it appears as if it's doing its job of trapping skin cells. Fortunately, I'm not seeing any crazy creepy crawlies in there, just skin cells, lots of skin cells. It's difficult to really get a good look at these skin cells. They're dead and decomposed. I mean, by the time your body sheds its skin cells, they've actually been dead for a long time. So these skin cells are in pretty rough shape, but that's why they've been shuttled out by the earwax. Even at higher magnifications, we can't really see a whole lot of detail on them. But just for fun, I figured we would try a little bit of dark field microscopy. I put a opaque stop between the light source and my condenser, and now everything is illuminated from the side, so it has much better contrast, although still we can't really get a whole lot of detail from these dead cells, but it's interesting to look at anyway. Now, as I continue to have a look around, oh, look at that. Looks like my earwax is doing its job of collecting foreign objects. It looks like a thread of some kind. It looks like a distinctly red thread, and maybe now you can guess what color sweater I was wearing yesterday. Yeah, so, I can easily see how you could get a sweater fiber in your ear. You have to pull the sweater over your head. So, good to know things are being captured in there. I would say, fortunately for me, there's not a whole lot in here. We did a little forensic investigation of my recent sweater color choices. But other than that, it was just kind of an interesting look. Thanks for having a look with me. Until next time, keep on peeking.